What's up, y'all? We got our first sponsor. Shout out to the good people at Anchor. Hello, handsome humans. Are you interested in creating your podcast? You should try Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. After editing, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can also get paid without a minimum for listeners. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So please, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now, on to the show.
Take off your shoes, can you stay a while? Cause I've been wondering where you wandering, dancing the candy out.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 23 of the podcast, A One-on-One Conversation. I am your host, Wansun. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 제 이름 손원입니다. And today my guest is Daniel Lozano. Could you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
What's up, guys? Hey, I'm Daniel Lozano, like you said. Me and Wansan go pretty way back, a good amount of time back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm an electrician. I own my company with my father, and so yeah, and we've been on to that. As you can see, if people that see this, I'm a little chunkier. But it's all right. What else?
Could you give us some light on how we know each other?
Well, pretty much, what's it called? We've done every sport together. Not every sport, but like football, wrestling, what else?
Lacrosse.
That's pretty much the main ones. And then we were like workout partners for like almost a year and a half type deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've seen one song and he was a little crazy.
No, I wasn't.
Let's be real. Come on. I remember you. You used to push me like crazy.
I mean, see, this was my thing, Daniel. Remember, our high school was primarily white, right?
Yeah.
And being the minorities there, you just had to do something to just get these white kids to stop bothering you sometimes.
That's true. No, yeah. Nah, but I remember our senior year, though, we went insane.
Yeah.
We had crazy personal records. And honestly, most of it, because you screamed at me. I was like, okay, Wansan's going crazy. If people know Wansan right now, he's very, like, I feel like you're a lot quieter now and stuff, but he was a psychopath. I think it's with the hair. We both let the hair grow. So, I mean, but before we were both bald as shit and crazy.
Facts. So it's been years since I've seen this man. It's been specifically, we graduated, 2017? So it's been 3 years.
Yeah, literally 3 years. That's crazy.
Daniel, what's been happening since high school?
Honestly, not that much. I been trying to find myself, like, like with life. I didn't know what to do. I went to what's it called? Nassau Community College for like a semester. Didn't even finish it because I knew I didn't want to do college, because I was just like, I always knew going in to college, I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. And then the worst part was just like, I wanted to be like an IT or something around the lines, because I love computers and stuff. But I had to take other classes like English, like 4 more classes that were English, like some weird crap. And I was just like, I hated it. The IT classes that I took, 100 best in class, like everything. But then besides that, my other classes I was just failing. I didn't want to do anything I hate like English. I suck at English because I hate writing essays. That's my worst thing. So yeah, so I pretty much got out of there after I didn't even finish the semester. I just paid it off, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna keep working with my dad, see how that goes. And I went to a trade school in Rhode Island for like half a year. and so it's called Iris. And I learned how to
Nice.
do like composites, so like carbon fiber, fiberglass, and we finished there. And then pretty much from there on, I kind of used that time to see how it was to be on my own, how to like work with like a company, like being a company, because it also taught us how to do like pricing, how to do how to be like a businessman, pretty much. Like if you have your own shop or something. And then so I came back. I still was a little bit like, I still don't know what I really want to do with my life. I know I wanted to do like something, I want to make a lot of money. So I was just like, all right. And then pretty much Corona happened, and I was just literally at like at a low point, you know? I was at a really low point, and then after that I was just like, I got to start doing my shit. I just pretty much went full into my dad, like into the company my dad has. So I was just like, all right, this is what I'm going to be doing for a good majority of my life. So I was like, let's just make the most of it right now, you know? How about
Mm.
you?
Yeah, so as you can see right now, I'm doing media production, creating stuff. I just did communication major. I'm about to graduate next year. I'm not really too hot about graduating, Daniel, because I felt that I didn't really receive an education per se. I mean, especially what's going on right now, just all online. I just learned how to pass the class, not actually retain the material and apply it to other things outside of class, if you know what I mean. And I'm still just in the same shoes as you. I'm still trying to figure my way out. And one thing that you alluded to, just finding your way. It seems like you really hit your first stepping stone to becoming a man when you hit Rhode Island. Would that be accurate?
Well, it kind of was because it taught me how to be by myself.
Ah,
Cause I was pretty much by myself. I was paying rent. I had to cook for myself.
nice.
I had no one doing laundry, like or any of that.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's tough when you're like first by yourself. You know,
Hmm.
it's just like, especially because I have a big family and I'm used to like, because just like like little kids screaming and everything because we're very loud. It went
Mm.
from like a very like loud place, funny, and then just like everyone's there to like by myself. So
Mm.
it was a huge transition because it was literally, all right, I'm with my family and then by myself. So I guess that's what people feel in college. But the thing is too, like most of the people that I was in school with, because it's a trade school, were
Mm-hmm.
a lot older people,
Mm.
and so I didn't really go out or with these people. So it was kind of lonely at first. It was very lonely, you know, but it taught me how to use my like to use my thoughts in a positive way, that I'm not going to be like, oh, like in destructive ways, you know, because there was many times that I could have been like, oh, I shouldn't be here, blah blah blah, and I could have just beat myself up. But
Mm.
I'm grateful that I took a day by day type of chance and made me who I am right now, you know.
So you think you experienced depression throughout that time?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, like there was like, it wasn't too long, like
Mm.
a week. Like 2 weeks maybe, that I was just like very sad that I was by myself.
Right.
But also there was another factor, because I like what we were doing in class. I loved doing it and I loved my
Mm-hmm.
teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And so that just helped me push myself. I was just like, I love what I'm doing and I'm grateful for this opportunity, you know? I was just every morning just getting up. It was a little bit of a period that I was just like sad that I was alone, but I was just like, you know what? I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful that I just waking up every single day, that of being grateful for everything, you know? Having that there's people that have it a lot worse than me. So I was just
Mm.
like, gratitude. That's pretty much it.
How did that professor motivate you?
Okay, so her name is Kelsey, and she was the best teacher I've ever, like, in school, whatever. She was the best teacher I ever had, because so honestly, she really helped me to how to be like the hardest worker I can, because
Mm-hmm.
she always motivated me to be the best in the class. She always motivated me to do every single step as meticulous as possible, because with carbon fiber, you
Mm-hmm.
always have to put extra work if you want to have the finish you want. Like, you want
Mm-hmm.
it super nice, you have to put in that like extra work. And so this is one thing she taught me that I will never forget for everything I do in my life. It's
Right.
put more work in the back end and less in the front end. And so what that pretty much means, it's like, for because we had to do molds and then put our carbon fiber pieces, and so
Mm-hmm.
we would have to sand. I sanded sometimes the molds for pretty much 3 days straight. It was
Right.
a process of my hands hurt and cramping, but I always kept sanding these molds until it was perfect and beautiful, and there was no spots. And so whenever I did pull out my carbon fiber pieces or fiberglass pieces, it was
Mm-hmm.
the prettiest finishes you can ever have, like you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's something I carried for pretty much my entire time. It's just, if you want something that's like the best quality, you have to put all that work. You have to put a lot of work into it. And so yeah, that's how she helped me tremendously amount, like a big amount with.
Right. So, did she tell you to do it or just give you positive encouragement?
It was okay. It was a little bit of because she was very good with positive encouragement, but
Mm-hmm.
also there was some times that I needed to get like my ass handed to me, like my ass kicked. So she would be like, "All right, you got to do this better. You got come on, you can do a lot better than that." And then that's what really motivated me, as well as on top of the positive encouragement. So she would use pretty much both, like a good balance of both, where I would be like, all right, I can do better here, or okay, yeah, this is really good. I did this part really good, so I'm gonna do it for the next one like this, you know?
Mm.
So stuff like that.
Someone like me who thinks very negatively because this is my reaction. Whenever I do something bad or something just doesn't go my way, I get very harsh on myself because I find that when someone's a bit more nicer to me or when I'm nice to myself, I take it for granted, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's nice, or a bit more passive about it, and it's gotten to the point where I sometimes cringe at a lot of positivity injection and all that stuff. So when I was witnessing your stories, these guys believe in yourself, and this was very new, guys. If you've seen his Instagram stories, he's been doing a lot of standing in front of his project and giving positive messages. And to myself, I'm thinking, this is very sudden, and at the same time, what motivated you to do this?
To tell you the truth, it was just like I said before, I'm very grateful for everything I
Yeah.
have.
Right.
And it was just, I'm trying to also build something that I can help others, because when I was growing up, I always had the mentality that I do want to become someone very, like, very wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
But I also was just like, it was a mixture between wealthy people or rich people are assholes or something. And then I've come across my people that are that are wealthy but are also assholes. And then I've come
Mm-hmm.
across some that are very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like none of them really had a voice to help others. And so what I want to do with my Instagram videos, or I know somehow I'm gonna be very fortunate one day and then have all everything I want, like riches. But what's gonna really what I really want people to be like, oh, this is what he was known for, is someone that helped others to also get that positivity and using all that energy that they have into good, and to create new leaders, to create the leaders that we need in this country, that we need in the like in America. So I've always had like a shoot for the stars type of mentality, and it was never like, because I also feel that those negative thoughts a lot, and so it was never that I'm always positive, always positive, always positive, and this is how I am. It's something that I had to build upon, and it was something, it's like confidence I had to build upon. And even though I fail a lot, I fail so many times. People are just like, "Oh, you have it easy or something," but you start shaking when you've broken like I've broken a $11,000 machine, like doing my work, and stuff like that is just like makes you like realize that you're gonna fail horrible, especially when you're on the path like of wanting to become better, to help others. You're going to fail. And so what I want to show others is positivity, even if through those failures there is always like a good side of everything. It's like learning, you know? So I just want to be a teacher to some people that have a hard time, I don't know, finding how to become a leader, how to manage workers, how to manage a team. So yeah, because I'm going through my failures with it as well, and people are going to grow with me, and they're going to see that it's not all it's not all sunshine and rainbows, you know? And so people are going to see that, okay, he started off with like 2 workers, now he has all this, and it's going to be all there online for people to see through my failures and through my wins, you know? So that was pretty much my thought process of doing this, just to help others.
To help others. What do you say to those people that criticize you, specifically saying things like you're being too unrealistic, having these very positive thoughts in such a crappy world? And in my opinion, we do live in a very crappy world. There's great things here, but overall, you look on the news, or it seems like negativity sells more nowadays.
Yeah, that's very true. I know what you're talking about, because every time I look on the news, or like people are just like, oh, look, with the coronavirus, oh, they're going to shut everything down, or something's bad happening, or the new, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just a lot of negativity. And I've had my share of people just be like, oh, you're not going to do that. Why are you thinking about that? You should probably start thinking like getting a real job, or not a real job, but like working for another company or stuff like that. But really, it's just, I've always thought about it as well. Like, we only have one life. Like,
Right.
I don't want to live this life knowing that I was serving others. Obviously, yeah, serving others, but working for someone, for having someone above me that's not God. And it's just, I want to die ultimately knowing that I did the most I can, the best I can, and no matter what happened, I want to be proud of everything I accomplished. Even if it wasn't much, even if I don't become the billionaire that I see in my head, if I know I put in 100%, 110% in every single day, and I did everything I could in each day, because it's also a day by day process. People forget that.
All right. Well, I think we were leaving off on some people say you're being too unrealistic, being so positive in such a negative environment.
Yeah, so it has to do with a lot, like building up your confidence as well. It
Right.
has to do with you having no one over yourself, or if you believe in like it, having the belief way greater than whatever people tell you. ultimately. It's just like if you want to do something and people are just like, no, 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 be realistic. Those people are not being realistic to their own goals. They're not being realistic to. So why would you listen to those people? Yeah, and that's the thing too. Some of it could be from your family, from your parents, from people you love, and so that's probably the hardest part. Because for me, it was never really about other people because I wouldn't care about what other people think about me. For some people, it might be others' opinions that can like destroy them, but it's mostly about parents as well.
Yeah.
But the best thing to do is building confidence. And what
Right.
I usually do to build that confidence is do little like tasks for yourself throughout the day, like 5 tasks. It's just you write it down because some people try to write down their goals and then forget about them. What you usually should do every single day is write 5 tasks that you have to do each and every single day. You have to write those 5 tasks and be like, it doesn't have to be 5. Usually, I like having 5 because it's just like it keeps you in check. Having more than 5 is just way too much because you can't do more than 5 critical tasks in a single day. And so, and this is what builds confidence. Okay, so you do like, first you got to write down your goals. What do you want in the year? Let's say you want to work out. All right, one is work out. Another one, you want to be a better brother or something. You want to be a better brother. No, it's serious. And then the last one is like, I want to get a promotion at my job, or I want to do better for my job. And so you obviously write down your goals. But now you're doing, how am I going to get to these goals? Because some people just write down goals and leave it. So what I usually do is write them down and then write down like critical tasks in every single day for a year. It should usually be for a year. And the more you do this, the more you start like doing all these tasks and finishing these tasks. You have to finish these tasks, and that creates a win for the day. All right. This is not something I invented. This is something that, because I usually listen to a lot of other podcasts as well, called from Andy Frisella, the MF CEO project. I got this from him, and it's helped me pretty much become the person I am as well, with building my confidence, with building that I'm going to be this, and I'm going to accomplish all these goals. And so it's writing your goals down, writing 5 simple tasks, and doing those 5 simple tasks. And if you finish all those 5 tasks in that day, it's a win. And so if you miss one of those tasks in one day, it's a loss. But if you do 5 simple tasks, critical tasks, and you start winning, you're going to start seeing you're winning this day, you're winning this day. And there's going to be some X's. There's going to be some days that you're going to fail. There's going to be some days that you're not going to be able to get all those 5 tasks in, because people don't realize that we try to do so much in one day, but we just can't, because if we keep doing more than 5 tasks a day, it's going to burn us out. It's going to leave us worse and bruised than before. So we have to learn to balance each and every single day, and we can build confidence with each and every single day with those tasks.
One concept I see that's is very frequent is a certain motivation for guys with girlfriends is to continue to elevate themselves or motivate themselves in order for a girl to be impressed with him, you know what I mean, or stay interested in him. Has that ever popped up in your mind?
Well, it has popped up to my mind, but it's simple rules. It's like, why would any girl be with someone for, like, obviously there always has to be like a selfish reason no matter what. It's like,
Right.
He has money.
Yeah.
He's good looking. He's a nice person.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's not even nice person sometimes, because you can hear that, nice guys always come last.
Yeah.
It's usually sometimes you have to, there's a reason on why, not
Yeah.
just because you're nice, because literally anyone could be nice, any guy could be nice, but if he doesn't have what the girl wants or the other partner wants, why would so? And I wouldn't be mad at that either, because
Right.
if the guy can't fend for himself, why would he be able to fend for me? And
Mm.
so it is a motivation to try to do better, especially because I like to take my girlfriend out on dates, and I
Yeah.
like her to be happy, and I like buying her stuff.
Yeah.
But also, it's just like, so it motivates, not a but it motivates me to do better, to do like, I want to give her that stuff, and it does motivate me, but it is a lot less because I already have a girlfriend,
Right.
so I don't do impress her like crazy. I still love impressing her, but before it was like that. It was just like, I want to look my best. I want to have this, but honestly, it comes to confidence as well. It's just like girls like people that have a good amount of confidence, because pretty much people with good confidence and speak well of others, and just how they speak, it like, you can throw out good energy, good vibes, and if you, it's gonna take you take you pretty far if you do have good words coming out of your mouth, like positive, and it's like positive words, encouraging words, and words that is like, oh, there's future in these words. And
Mm.
so it's a little bit of everything. It's, if you can fend for someone, if you can you obviously want to make good money, and you also hope you're good looking. You can't really be like, oh, I'm super good looking all the time.
Now that you're in a relationship, do you find that because you guys are kind of comfortable with each other's appearance, you feel less of an urge to improve yourself drastically compared to when you guys, were just in that friend stage?
I always try to, it's also like, I always try to like become better. It
Hmm.
does right now it's not with my body. Like, I've last year I was like at 180 pounds, and now
Wow.
I'm like, oh, I reached my highest during Corona, and I was
Yeah,
at like 218 at my highest. I got really
218.
big,
Right, right,
and
right, right.
so, and thank God I lost some weight right now.
Yeah.
I'm at like 190.
Oh, that's great. 20 pounds, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, so I literally just stopped drinking soda and
Uh,
eating so bad.
yeah,
So I lost a good amount of weight, and I do look better. People have like,
yeah.
oh, but I haven't worked out. But yeah, I always do want to be better. I always want to become better,
Hmm.
and I do want to work out. And we are gonna be doing like diet. Like, my girlfriend and I want to go into like working out, and I don't know, just being the best we can. You know, but you can't just become the best in like a week or two, especially with working out.
Right.
That's why the best thing is like, if you are consistent with working out, you can become better in every section of your life. And so, like, business, because it entails to everything, like business, life, girlfriend. It's just because it what it takes is consistency. And so you just have to be consistent with everything, with being better, with improving yourself, with positive encouragement with yourself. And yeah, I always try to do better. Yeah, I always try to be better. It, and it always helps when I do have a girlfriend, because she also gives me that positive encouragement that I need sometimes, because I am hard on myself. So it does make it a little bit easier. But so I'm grateful for that. But I've always been like, I want to be better. I want to be better. I'm going to be better.
I think it's a pretty frequent thing, especially with us males, how our ego, we need to be the alpha all the time, and it seems like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. and no, because I've seen women with like that ego as well, and it's just like it can be both. It can be males and females. So I don't like to, just because I'm a guy, I'm super alpha or I'm a fucking beast or something. It's just like every person can have that. It's
Right.
it's a person to person thing of being. There is going to be sometimes there's going to be someone that's on top, and there's always going to be the follow, like people that are under him, because there is people that don't like to be, that don't like to have people above them. There are leaders that are just like, all right, I have to be the alpha male. I mean alpha, not male particularly, but I have to be the alpha. I have to control every aspect of it. Not control it, but be part of like the solution all the time. And then have people that need direction, that are very good at what they do, but people that need direction. And life is always going to be like that. And there's nothing bad with it, because we do need people that like work lower jobs. And I that's what I hate, is like people discriminating others for like having lower jobs. Everyone has to go through those phases. So there's no point in making fun of people that are not particularly alpha, because like, yeah, because they're not as ambitious as others. So I don't like using words like that, like alpha, because I feel like it brings like, oh, you're better than others. I like to be like words like leaders and yeah, people that help, because that's what every leader should be, is someone to help guide others or help put people in the right path, right direction, you know?
Do you also believe that, there should be a balance of both? A leader should be a follower sometimes, and the follower should be a leader.
Yes. I feel like, and you have to put some followers into leadership roles, like, oh, you have to do this. You gotta, if you have to get those 3 workers and do this with them and teach them how to do this or stuff like that. And it also, if you give them small tasks, because what I've learned with having a couple workers, you have to give them small tasks that they can be like, okay, I finished this work and I'm proud of it. And then smaller and small tasks until you can finally be like, okay, we can give them a big task. But also, I myself love listening to my workers. Whatever they say, I have to listen. Whatever, I have to be a follower sometimes, and I'll be like, okay, do it how you want it, because sometimes I don't have all the answers that my workers could be, because they're always there. They're always in the field. They're the ones working. And so sometimes I'm not always there. So I have to be like, I'm the listener. I'm the follower. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to do it this way. How we're going to do it how you say it. And doing that as well gives them more confidence, gives them the power to be like, all right, I can do stuff and I don't have to be there, you know? So yeah, there has to be a balance.
Because I think there's some people that are just, I think this is a little bit too much of a misconception. You don't have to be a leader throughout your entire life. It's okay to be a follower. Like delegate yourself, not lower, but like to a different role sometimes.
It's, people just think that becoming the best leader happens from, oh yeah, just being a badass, like you said, alpha male, or like an alpha, and just having, oh yeah, you have all this confidence in the world, and you're just like, oh yeah, I can do all this, and I'm the best leader ever. So people have that misconception. I don't think I'm the best leader ever, because I have my flaws. I have my places that I can do better in. But what I do like about myself is I'm a good listener. I like to listen to others, because others' feedbacks is pretty much what makes you the good leader. It makes, if you listen to what they want, what your team wants, what your workers want, what people want. That's what makes you the better leader. It makes you understanding and empathetic towards others. And an empathetic leader is one of the best leaders, is one that listens. Like there's always got to be a balance with something. You always got to learn how to listen. You got to listen when you have to listen. You have to speak when you need to speak. And yeah, that's stuff like that. It's what makes us better leaders, what makes us conquer the world, conquer each and every single day, you know?
You know, when you started out your position with your dad's company, did you ever feel embarrassed that, you're working under your parents?
100%. There is times that I'm just like, oh, I'm just like, I'm working at a small company. I'm pretty much living at home. I'm still living at home, but we forget sometimes that like in the older ages, people would literally live with parents until they were like 40. Until they would exactly. We forget that people were independent until like their 40s or like when they were like 30s. And so you gotta do what's right for you. Like people, they're just like, oh, I don't know, but you will always have this gut feeling in your heart, there's just a feeling in your heart and a gut feeling that maybe this is not right for me. And maybe I want to do this to be like, oh, look, I'm independent to my friends or to people So, but doing that is you're just living into a lie, and you're just that's what's giving a lot of people anxiety. It's just like, but that's what I'm like Corona, although it's horrible and I feel bad but it's taught a lot of people that I need to come home. I need to start living. I need to start spending less. I need to be more grateful of what we have, And so this has been showing a lot of people, especially myself, like it's not all about appearances. It's not all about your friends, because sometimes they're not, they have to do their own thing. Everyone's going through their own struggle, So you can't really do everything to impress others, So
one question that just came up right now, if you don't, you do not have to answer it. Any of these questions you do not have to answer. But I did the podcast with Randy. Do you remember Randy Acosta? He was one of your best friends. Are you still friends with him, by the way?
Not really. Like after high school, I haven't spoken with him.
Right.
But he was he was a good friend of mine in high school. But no, we're not that close right now.
Okay. So, when I did a podcast with him, check it out, guys. He talked about, our perceptions of ethnic groups here in America. And he said the stereotype is for Latinos such as yourself. You're Colombian, right? Colombian, right? And the stereotype is of Latinos is just working with your hands. Did you feel that you're contributing to that stereotype? And I'm not judging you at all. It's just I'm curious.
I understand what you're saying,
right?
But with stereotypes and everything, you just have to you can't care about what ultimately you can't care about what other people want, like other people want, and they're just like trying to get like, oh yeah, he just works with his hands, or he's the typical Hispanic or Latino that he's working in construction or something. But I always try to look at like positive, like it is right. Like Latinos do love working with their hands, because it does give us a satisfaction when we're done with stuff. It gives us something to we've always been hard workers, and
Yes.
so I always love that about it. Like, people, you can use that as a stereotype, but we are hard workers, and we work with our hands, and we take pride in it. And so I don't think there's any shame into it. Like, obviously people are going to be assholes about it, but like, who cares? Like, we take pride in our work. We take pride in the hard work we put in every single day with our hands. And we've also helped and contributed to building this beautiful country. So I don't really care what people think, like, oh yeah, or make fun of you. Like, why does it matter? Like, why does their opinion matter? I'm the one that's working my ass off, and I'm ultimately going to be proud of myself and be able to sleep with myself at night and happy about it.
Do you think there's a validity to looking at what jobs are out there? And go ahead.
No, go finish it.
I think you were on to something great.
It's okay, yeah, like, I think people are just going to college because of what other people want, of what others think of them, of what their parents want, what their what their friends want. It's like, oh, you have to go to college to make a crap ton of money, but everyone knows that's not true. Sometimes you're just going to come out with a good job, and that's good. We need people to go to college to get good jobs, to help companies, to help everything that are not that ambitious, and it's fine. But there are those people that are stuck, that could be welders, that could be manufacturing stuff that you obviously probably wouldn't do if you went to college, because we do need people to work with their hands. We need more people. We need more Americans to be able to be, like I said, welders. I've always thought of welders because I know a lot of good welders that make a good living, that are happy with doing what they want, and they take pride in their work. And then it's just like, we need a lot more people who can do this. We need, like, the new generations don't want to do anything with their hands. They don't want to, because they think it's like being janitor is anything bad. Janitors make a good amount of money. People that pick up trash, make a good amount of money. They get good benefits. There should be no shame into jobs, into good paying jobs, especially because a lot of people are just going to college, not knowing what they want to do, and then just like, wait, I'm $150,000 in debt, and I hate what I'm doing. And I only did this because of what others wanted me to do. And so I think what we're doing in America right now is really bad. How after school, you directly have to go to college.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you want to do. And then that's the problem, where people get like that anxiety of they have to know what they want to do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Because it's an old system that school is on that.
All right, we're live. Yeah, we're live. Let's go.
So like I said, it was
It's an old system.
It's an old system that people go to school, go to college, graduate, get a job, work there for 40 plus years, retire, then die.
Yeah.
That's like, we in this new world that we're going to be living in, people go to jobs and stay there for less than 7 years. So, and then for their next job, they won't even need to use their college degree. Obviously, it helps to get them hired.
Right.
But sometimes you're just like, wait, I didn't need this college degree, or I could have gotten a different degree. But I think people should definitely just take a year or 2 years off. I literally took pretty much it took me until now, 21. So what is it? 3 years? It took me 3 years to know what I wanted and to what I'm gonna pursue. And so, and then they want to rush you after you're literally 18 years old.
Yes.
And they want to rush you with what you're gonna do with the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest flaws, because it just shows us that we have to do everything perfect, or else we're gonna get shitty jobs. And it's not like that. We have to, like, I think the best thing to do is obviously after high school, it's get a retail job, get a job doing construction, get a job doing something that you might not like, but it's something to support you, obviously, if you need a job. And then throughout those years, that's when you truly figure out who you are, especially because when I was alone, I set goals for myself so I wouldn't go crazy by myself. I literally ran 6 miles every single day because I was also coming from like my lowest lows. I smoked like pretty much every single day, weed every single day. And I used to, when I drank alcohol, I would just go nuts until I blacked out. And so I was at a very dark spot of my life. And then I started getting better. And then when I went away, I literally said, I'm not drinking or smoking for pretty much the entirety of the time. There was some times that I went out with some friends, but like once or twice to like drink a beer or something. But besides that, I was just like, I need to stay clean because I have a very addictive personality. And so I was just like, but I need something that I can like grab onto and just hold on to. And it was working out. Like last year, I was in the best shape of my life. I was like 150 pounds.
Nice.
I literally ran like 6 miles every day, but that truly helped me think and set the goals up of what I wanted in my life. But it takes time. People are rushing you in high school to, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And you're just like, there's so many damn options. I don't know what to do. And you're just like, so I have to think about this right now. And literally it's barely less than a year too of a senior to going to college that they tell you, okay, but that's why they start like a junior year, but still you're literally under 18 and they want you to pick something that you're going to do with the rest of your life. I think that's a terrible system. I think that's horrible what they're doing. And I think people need to just realize that we need to take a break. Obviously not a break because we still need to work. We still need to live our day and take our time to develop ourselves and what we want. And so doing these things, taking that time to be on your own or to think about what I want to do with the rest of my life, it's going to make us a lot happier society. It's going to help us realize that money is not everything, but it does help. And it's going to realize that what jobs I want to do. And also people think that, especially now, we're living in this old, like they try to teach us from this old society, like rules from old society that, yeah, you have to work a job for 40 years. That's a damn lie. You are not going to work at the same job for 40 damn years. You're going to literally work at a job at most 10 years. At most 10 years. How crazy is that? And then they're trying to teach us like, oh, you're going to work there for the rest of your life. And so that's my big issue. That's why I think people should do a retail job so they can learn like how to do sales, how to finance, because I think people should have a side hustle. I think everyone should have a side hustle, no matter what. I have a friend that's literally she has a daughter. She had a daughter like at the age of like 19, and then it took her 10 years to realize she's 30 now. And she's the best person she's so kind. It's taught her how to become the person she is, and she has a side hustle right now, and she's doing balloons. Like, it can be anything. You can sell toy cars if that's what you like. Selling toy cars. I know someone that's making like $20,000 just on selling like cars, like model cars. How crazy is that? You can pick anything you like and just make it a side hustle. For me, I was just like, my dad already has a company. It's not what I love, but I do want to build a giant company. And I do want to make this into the amazing company that I want to create it like and show people that I did it and my failures and how I did it. And so I was just like, I'll just start here because I'm young. And so I'll just start here and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And so honestly, in these past few months, I've done more than I have done in like the 3 years that I've been out of high school. And not 3 months. It's been like 4 months.
Yeah.
And no, 4 months. And so I've done so much. And I'm just thinking about if people were to just take that time to figure out what they want, what they love, and what they want from life, it will take them in those 3 years that they took, the next couple of years are just going to advance them to where they really want to be, to help out in a society that needs it, and we're going to be happier. We're going to be better people. And so we just need we just need to be more patient and more positive. And yeah, so that's pretty much what we need. I kind of like went off there, but yeah, but that's pretty much my opinion on all that stuff.
Before we go, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Before we go, I'd like to ask, is there anything you'd like to shout out? IG, anything you'd like?
Yeah, sure. My Instagram is Dan Lozano Dan_Lozano 99.
Yep.
And so yeah, just follow me there. I'm gonna be posting a bunch of stories here and there. Like I do want to get better at that, but yeah, I do post a lot of stories. And if you need an electrician or something in East Meadow, I got you. It's Quality Electricity. We're gonna be putting up a site soon. So yeah.
If you enjoyed the podcast, please share the video, like the video, comment, and subscribe. And always, y'all have a blessed day.
Take a step back and 180. I could play you like you played me. Really don't care for lately.